So you want to invest in Bitcoin and you want to know your options as far as how to get involved. So you have two ways to actually get involved with Bitcoin. You can either purchase the asset, just buy the coins on a broker, a certified broker, or you can actually trade Bitcoin. Typically, actually, with regular crypto brokers, you can actually do it, and then there's the Forex brokers, the foreign exchange brokers, that'll actually let you trade the currency. You have multiple options as far as trading it, but which is the better option for you? You want to think of it this way. Are you afraid of risk? And do you have a low risk tolerance? Do you have a high risk tolerance? If you have a low risk tolerance and you're not afraid to actually learn more about investing, like learn as much as you can, dip into trading, and you know how to proceed with caution as well. Maybe long term, well, no, not long term, but trading it might be for you. I would say, for me, getting started, I would always start with like a demo account to kind of practice this for some time. I'm not going to tell you what you should do with your money. I'm not a financial advisor, so I'm going to throw out a quick disclaimer. So how you invest, what you invest in is totally up to you. This is strictly educational. But ultimately, like if you're not afraid to learn, I would suggest like a demo account. That's how I started out. I practice accounts. That way I don't have to invest any money at all, and I can actually experience for myself to see what it's like. So if you want to experience for yourself, then just go ahead and look up some information, research the broker that's for you, because I know there are going to be people that live outside of the US watching these videos as well, and I don't know anything about I don't know of any brokers that are worldwide, so yeah, it's kind of like, good look there. You kind of have to dig into your own research as far as a broker there. But yeah, as far as people who want to invest into the asset itself, you can always just purchase the coin. Like I said, it's much like stocks. So you got to understand, if you're just purchasing the asset, there is less risk. You only lose money if you pull out. So if you, for example, right now it's at $8,671 right now. It's worth for a full coin. You can purchase the coin for like $10 if you wanted to, but it's not like, it's a percentage of the coin, not a full coin. You only get like a full coin if you pay the full amount. And you gotta understand, it is always fluctuating, so you get to see more of the fluctuations if you're looking more at a chart. So like, you can look at it from anywhere from the monthly range down to I guess from this platform down to the second now. That's new. But most people, they don't look down to the second. I'm pretty sure that's pretty crazy. I guess I kind of have to update this platform to be able to look into that. But most people, well, I can't even say we go down in a minute. It's easier for some to kind of go to the 5 or 15, depending on what type of trader you are. If you get into trading, you can do long-term, short-term, but purchasing the asset, you don't have to deal with any of that. You're just kind of just riding the wave. For example, you will have your days where it's going to ride high and just continue going high, and then all of a sudden it's going to go low. So you got to understand, if you purchased it at this price, 8,710, if it grows in value, like for example, if it went to $9,000 and you took that value, you just got $1,000. But if you bought it at this price and then it dropped in price and you sold your coin at that price, that's what you get back. So this is where you want to understand what you are actually doing. So that way you don't lose any money. That's what happened back in, what was it, 2017 or 2018, when people were going all Bitcoin crazy, taking out mortgages and shit, and when it was at like 20K. Yeah, they didn't understand that the market is going to fluctuate. They don't understand that because they don't see this side of things with the charts and everything. It's hard for them to gauge if it's going to go to zero or not. People thought it was going to instantly go to zero because all of a sudden, oh yay, it was 2017, I'm at almost 20K, and then it just went all the way back down to like, 32, and now it's starting to climb back up again. And those people who sold it at this point, I'm pretty sure they're regretting their decision, because they sold their coin at a much cheaper level when they could have like waited it out and just waited. Even if it was, it took a couple of years to actually do 2019. Actually, it kept dropping until 2019, didn't it? Yeah, it kept dropping all the way to 2019. It kept a stable position. It started rising again. So I could see how most people would get impatient at that point. But overall, you see how it's rising in value all over again. Yes, it dropped again, but it's starting that consistency all over again. So if you were one of those people when you decided to sell your coin because it went all the way down here, you're kind of screwed at that point. But if you kept holding it, then you're still in that safe zone, because it's back at 8,700 or a little bit less at the moment, because it's still fluctuating. But you understand what you're getting into. The market fluctuates all the time, so you take where you sell it at. So if you purchase a coin and you actually look at this, actually take advantage of the technical side as you're purchasing the asset, you're putting yourself at a better position, in my opinion anyways. That's kind of how I do it. I mean, I do both. I own Bitcoin, but at the same time I trade it occasionally too. I've been in it so long that I have a better understanding of how to actually read the charts, versus the people who don't know anything about it at all, who just buy it and then just let it fluctuate and go crazy when it actually just loses a little money. Which, I get it, especially if you bought it up here and actually bought a full Bitcoin or more. That is a lot of money. It'll drive anyone insane. But this is also where you don't want to risk any money you cannot afford to lose. So what you invest is ultimately up to you, but ultimately understand the risk involved when you're actually investing, whether it's trading or purchasing the asset. The asset, it's safer just because you're just buying it and you're holding on to it, and then just selling it whether you're selling it back to them when it reaches a higher price or a lower price. But there are ways you can actually understand how to read the chart. You can actually check out my channel a bit. I can actually put some links down in the description to kind of help you to understand a little bit more about trading. Or I'll put my Facebook link down in the description as well if you want to just kind of ask for information. But if you want to learn more about cryptocurrencies, feel free to comment some questions. Well, click the link in the description. I'll just say that. Facebook is much easier. Or if you want to give some advice, further advice, or anything, feel free to comment some information for the public in the description as well. If you felt this video was helpful, feel free to give it a like.